Okay, we got it.
Got it. What's going on, YouTube world? What's going on, Facebook world? This is yours truly, the James Cardoza, here with a couple of amazing people. My friend Callie, my friend Monica. And I think we may have discussed this before, but I'm in dire pursuit of trying to achieve what I want and make my goals come true. So if you're hearing this, you have to ask yourself, how do you manifest what you want? I know a lot of people maybe don't believe that anything is possible. But how do you believe what you want is possible? Do you need to see it? Do you need to see someone else achieve it? What process does it take for you to believe that you can have anything you want? Callie, Monica?
Yeah, I might go first because I've got to jump off real quick. And I know you were running a little late today. So unfortunately, we've all got other appointments. But I love this question because I sometimes manifest real easily. Like I just think it and it happens. Like literally, you know, I'm thinking and I'm not in any kind of judgment energy or envy energy or any other belief that it won't happen. I'm just sort of like surrendered, if you want to call it that, internally to the moment. And then I just think something and it creates. Like I can think about what I need my children to do at home with making their bed or doing things. And I think I've shared this before. And then they'll come in and because I stay doing what I'm doing, I don't go and ask them, I just think it. And then they'll come in and actually tell me that they're going to do such and such, or I'm going to go make my bed. And I'm like, I was just thinking that like a few minutes ago. I need to ask them. But when I go and ask them, they're not as happy to do it. Like they resist going and making their bed. But just thinking it and staying present to what I'm doing seems to manifest it much more quickly without any stress and pressure to get them to help me make their bed. And so that's just a small manifestation. So definitely the mindset, like for me, that mindset, when we're clear and staying present to the moment and going into the desire of what you want without even expressing it creates for me. So yeah, I'm not sure what Monica or Nancy has on this subject. Hi, Nancy.
Hello, Nancy. It's your first time on. I'm happy you can make it. This is my friend Callie. She lives in Australia, and my friend Monica, who I believe lives in Santa Ana or Whittier. She lives in Whittier.
Hi, Nancy.
We're at in California. Do you live, Nancy?
I think it might be frozen a little bit, unless it's my end.
Yeah, this is back in the. Oh, she's on. So.
I can't hear Nancy talking, so I'm not sure. It's all breaking up real.
Yeah, it's kind of baffled a little bit. But today's discussion is how do we manifest what we want?
Nancy, I don't know if everyone's hearing it like I am, but Nancy's is all broken up, like chipmunks talking.
Yeah, I can hear that too.
So she might have to mute or something and put in the chat unless it clears. We're not sure why, unless she's fixed something.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, no, it's still doing it.
That's okay. No worries. But anyway, guys, I know Callie has another Zoom call she's going to be doing. What's that Zoom call again you're doing, Callie?
It's to do with the divine coordinates. So if anyone wants to know about it, reach out to me.
I think both Nancy and Monica are pretty spiritual individuals like us.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's kind of what I'm finding is universal with the people I connect with, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Nancy, I'm not sure what is happening with your voice, but it's not coming out clear on my end. So if you want to type in the chat, and then we'll see if we can resolve it maybe. And Monica, did you have a way you find abundance, how you create it?
What was that, Kelly?
Do you have an example of how you create abundance? Or what you've noticed as a tool to support the shift?
I don't know. I don't know if it's my connection, but now I'm moving, and I just gotta give me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you're okay, man.
No worries.
There's definitely a growing opportunity for everybody, right? Technology, Zooms, sharing different platforms. It's something we need to get good at because it's just a part of the future, you know? So to include myself, my internet is, I don't know why it's always horrible when I need it the most, you know? Oh,
James, are you having trouble hearing Nancy? Or is it just me?
no, I'm having trouble hearing her as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nancy. Yeah.
You can hear me though, right?
I can hear you.
Because I was having trouble for a second there with my connection where I was like a robot.
Well, we're talking about abundance, so we might as well be part of the infrastructure of rebuilding, growing our abundance.
Yeah.
What was your example of that, James? What's your take? I'm going to hop off, but just share your take.
Well, just real quick, the best advice I can get is to journal it. Keep track on paper because it helps you stay focused in your thought, right? If something's important to you, write it down.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you. Hi, your dream concierge.
Hello.
Love your name. Hello. How are you?
He's a Noble Goldman man too.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. No, I wasn't even sure what this was about, but I saw a link and I was like, oh, why not? Sounds
Why
fun.
not? Yeah. Well, you know, we're live on YouTube, and today's discussion is how do you manage? I know you're a great person for the topic. How do you manifest what you want?
That is a great topic. I love that. Have a speaking order or what direction we
No.
go?
Well, right now we just kind of have some connection issues with some people. So if you want to talk, feel free, brother. And Monica's driving. Nancy's having some technical issues with her sound. So it's just, yeah, we're just figuring it out as we go. Call this level 1.
Hey, man. You know, that just means you guys are making huge energy shifts, you know, blocking all the energy waves going out there.
You know, I'm pretty excited. This is like the first time 5 people on this call. It's pretty awesome, you know, particularly because I came on a little bit late because I had a doctor's appointment today. So just some blood work and all that. But
yeah, healthy and all that.
Yeah, you know, I think what it is I think we keep our mind right and then focus on our gut health. Everything else will be okay, you know, because everything starts in the belief system.
Right. If you can achieve one set of balances, it takes care of all the other areas.
Well, it's also that I just, you know, everything that is perfect, everything that will be perfect. Acceptance is where because I've dealt with some anxiety in the recent future, whatever, past, and just learning to accept things for what they are kind of helps get over that.
Well, to manifest your dreams, as it were, you're gonna, you know, you grow through that and you'll become that person.
Yeah, that's the hard part, because sometimes when you want something, you got to become that person who has it, and that could be a growing pain.
Well, technically we're all those people right now, according to like people like Eckhart Tolle, right?
Yeah.
We actually are that person right now. We just haven't stepped into that image yet.
I like that. So I was just saying that when I manifest what I want, I write it down, I journal it.
Awesome exercise. How often?
As often as a couple times a week. It should be every day, because I think it's not necessary that we need to remind ourselves what we want every single day. I think it's just a way to keep our minds focused on track, because every single day there's something that's causing us to drift. You know, the world, our family, situations. We all have stories playing in our minds that aren't real, you know. Whether it's, oh, I'm going to hit traffic even before you leave your house. Oh, my boss is going to be an asshole this Monday. Oh, there's going to be a lot of extra shit because I was on vacation. Right? So we all play stories in our head that aren't true. So by journaling as often as possible, it keeps you focused.
My question to you is, what story do you want to be playing right now?
Private beach.
I think
Yeah, my own island, man. Getting grounded with all you amazing people there.
Oh yeah, man.
that's tough.
How about you, Monica? What do you do to manifest? I know you were your connection's a little better.
I hope it is. No, I was gonna say there's a question that rose that kind of came up in my mind as you said. We get drifted away by our lives and everything that's going on, but I think there's that a question that has always been there, like for myself in the beginning of the day or in the middle or whenever something happens, is like, who can I be in the face of circumstances to make things happen anyways? You know, like we have our big goals and that we break down into small goals, and who can we be that in the face of no agreement and the world's just pulling us the other way, who can we be that we still stand for what's important for us and we do what we said we were going to do. So yeah, that came up in my head as you're sharing, because definitely, like, man, I'm guilty to be with the drift, to be wanting to go swim north and sometimes I'm going south. But I have so many things in place to manifest what I want. I believe in God. I have faith. As I have so many things that are important for me in my life. Like for my kids, I definitely do. I guess you can say journaling, but I write down where I would like them to see, and I also write down. I also pray, and I'm grateful for where they're at. You know, no diminishing of the people that they are, but I always create for them prosperity, abundance, happiness, peace, so all those things that humans that we are always searching for. You know, all those internal things that have us going, right? And the other thing I do is, as far as my goals for myself and for the world, for the change that I want to make, is I journal. I have a 5-year plan that I broke down into smaller sections that I take on every day, and I speak of who I am, even if I'm not there yet. Who I'm creating myself to be, which opens up different kinds of doors. You know, when people know what I'm up to. Yeah, I think anything that people contribute, even on this call, anything I hear, I'm like, oh, let me try that on. Oh, let me do this, you know, and if there's space, I'll try something new, you know, if it's not too time consuming, but you know, if something can work, I'm open to it all the time.
What do you love, Monica? What do you love to do? Like, what is it like? What makes you excited when you're doing it?
So my passion in life is transforming family. you know, and I am passionate about connecting kids and teenagers to parents. That's my biggest passion. I really do believe that if the world will transform, it will start inside a home.
Dude,
and
a
that's
master
where
class there, Monica. That's awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, I hear a mastermind right there, connecting with parents to teenagers. Like parents would always want to know how to connect.
Yeah, and really, like, you know, my first initial thing was kids and teenagers, but then I really saw like that if the parents don't take on transformation, it's harder for the kids. So man, like, let's work with the parents too. Let's see what we can do for the parents, for their mindset to shift, for them to have another point of view of how things should be, for them to allow acceptance for how their kids can be different. You know, what would that?
Worldwide, the world needs that.
Yeah, the whole world, not just like a section, but I think when people connect from all over the world, whatever language we speak, whatever background we come from, our ultimate concern is the same: our family, our kids, our connection.
That is a unifier. You know, one of the things that I find that is so easy to create separation, division amongst people, because we always look for the oppositions. And so I sometimes like, man, what can we find that are just everybody can agree upon? That's why I broke it down to the simplest forms. Okay, can everybody, or at least 99% of the population, agree that clean drinking water is a priority for people? Like, we all need water to live, right? So if we at least start focusing on what we have we're unified in. And I think family is another one too, because once we start expanding what we see as family, once that, because you know, we all have people with stepkids that accept them as family, even though they didn't have the same bloodline, or you have friends that you consider family through a period of time that you've known them. But once we just start expanding our perception of what is family, I think and then heck, the gift would be everybody's family.
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
That's where the me to the we to the us. And have you talked to Binta? Do you know Binta?
I do, yeah.
Okay. She's working on things like that, projects for the water. Sorry.
No worries. Well, that's the beautiful thing about, well, once you start manifesting what you want, is the universe is going to bring people in your path that have similar interests, because they probably were already around you. You just weren't noticing, right? Like, I could buy a new car, and tomorrow notice that almost everybody has the same car as me now. I didn't notice before, now I noticed, right? So once you are aware and you're manifesting what you want, you just become aware and you just notice and see. So if you want to see good, you will find good. There's plenty of it. We just gotta want it.
We just have to adjust our perception of the world.
I'd like to hear from Nancy. What does she have to say?
I'd like to hear from Nancy. Yeah. Hi, Nancy. Oh yeah, you're no worries. You're having some technical difficulties. That's okay. I have them all the time, like internet.
Got it.
Oh, yeah, Matthew, thanks for hopping on, brother. Yeah, we've been doing this Wednesday call. We call it Speak Your Truth. And we kind of come on. I like, because I have, I've met some new friends, but I've never even met in person, but it's pretty awesome just to have people that, I want to see the best for, and we come on, we have a live discussion. And it's generally based around how can we get to the place that we want to be in life? Be grateful for where we're at, but how can we really be 100%, whatever it is to us?
I don't know, man. We're all in it together. I think we're all traveling on this path. And I think even when you get to where you think you want to be, there's going to be something else, because there always is.
Yeah, more.
So it's all lessons and journeying and playing together. Collaboration is much more fun than competition to me, though. I think that's one way that we can create what we want.
No, I agree there. We're becoming much more of a collaborative society. Well, larger corporations are doing it all the time, right? They're minimizing their stresses by outsourcing their weaknesses. You know, maybe someone who doesn't have the freight is collaborating with somebody who does. So I think what the problem is with people at the lower individual level is that we always think about more for ourselves instead of building the team. Like, I'd rather make $500,000 than all of nothing, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know that I mean, I do look at the money because there's money, but because that's what makes the world go round. But it's like, I kind of ignore that piece of it because I know it'll flow to me as I create this persona of your dream concierge, and as I build my empire of love and contribution. You know, it's just like going after what you really want and understanding that everything shows up exactly like you said. Now, anyone that gets connected into like what we do here with NG, it's like, holy crap, changes your life instantly because you have access to that much world. Like, how many coaches, how many very special, unique niches are within that kind of community, and connecting with many of those kinds of communities, or connecting those kind of communities even together if we can. I mean, I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. No, so I'm not sure if so Monica and Nancy are not in Noble Goldman.
Oh, I apologize.
No worries. Have I ever talked about Noble Goldman, Monica?
I don't have the best memory. I remember the words or the phrase, but I don't remember what it's about.
No worries. So Noble Goldman is a group that I belong with. This group of like-minded individuals was created by a man by the name of Mark Santos, who has a vision of creating 1 million millionaires. It's a whole platform. I'll send you the link sometime. You can check it out. It's pretty awesome. It does provide a lot of self-development information, a lot of mastermind groups with similar activities to what we do, just more specialized people, like people with more specific knowledge. So like a couple of the groups that I've attended are like specialized in trauma or healing. And they got one group that specializes in cryptocurrency. I think they even have a fitness group in there too now.
Yeah, I'm in that one too. Or I'm in the crypto one because why wouldn't I join that to know more knowledge?
So yeah, it's pretty cool. I've never really talked about it much because I like to just get you on and just have a friendly discussion. I kind of feel like I've done you a disservice because there's a lot of other people. You know, it's like once you break that veil, there's thousands of people out there that are basically wanting to do what we are already doing, or we're wanting to do what they're already doing. So there's a lot of resources, you know. Particularly if you want to get into coaching, like you said, families and stuff like that, it'd be a great platform for you to share your knowledge, and then it expands outside of the group, you know. So it's all about awareness and exposure to as many people as you can get. That's what Noble Goldman is. It's like it's an amazing platform it's like what they call it, the Netflix for coaches.
Yeah, private community. That's all. It's just made for people who really want something in life and just go after it. And we all support each other. It's purely community based on contribution.
Awesome.
So yeah, You might already have been to the free link. I'm not sure, but we'll talk about it a little later if you're interested.
Okay.
Back to the dreaming. How do we manifest?
Yeah.
Go.
No, it's I find I get a hiccup in this area of my life, because is it just me, or do we find ourselves spending a whole lot of time doing things that we don't necessarily want to be doing, but we feel we have to be doing because of the position that we somehow found ourselves in?
Careful.
Guilty.
Yeah, I think we're all guilty of that for sure. But what we say goes, like anything that we say, anything that comes out of our mouths will produce that energy, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So if we want to increase that, there are ways to do that, right? It's just kind of step-by-step process. What's
Yeah.
the I
Well,
go deep, man. Like I'll just go right into it if you want to go.
yeah, go ahead, brother. If Monica doesn't mind listening, I don't
I don't
want
mind.
to.
She can join
Yeah.
in too. We'll get her
Yeah.
opinion as well.
Yeah, feel free to share, brother. I'm glad you're on here, man. I love a different perspective. I'm as much a student as anybody, and it just so I've been doing some shadow work, like I talked about in some of my videos, trying to deal with some of my traumatic situations in my past or my insecurities or whatever I may be dealing with. Facing them head on, unveiling their mask and seeing my own face and acknowledging these are all just me. So let's grow, brother. Let's grow. Let's get uncomfortable. Let's grow.
Well, what's that feel like when you see that image?
It feels like I see it, but it feels like a pile of dog shit I see 10 feet away, but I still step in it. You see the dog shit, I'm going to avoid the dog shit. Oh, damn, I stepped in dog shit. To be real, to be blunt, to keep it authentic here. That's what it feels like. Because if you have an ignorance, right, let's just say whatever that ignorance may be, you say, I'm not going to feel this way. I'm not going to acknowledge this. I'm not going to, well, I'm going to acknowledge it. Whatever, I got to figure it out, right? But you somehow find yourself falling to the same triggers. Or your insecurities, you're getting victimized to the same triggers that cause you to feel your insecurities. Whether it's losing your hair, getting a little bit chunky, getting old, whatever it is, these are all just who you are. These are things you need to accept. You can change them, but acceptance of the now is important, I think.
What's important about the acceptance of now for you?
Minimizing the anxiety, the depression. I think the anxiety of not knowing the future, but wanting something that seems hard to find.
Where's the hardness coming from? Why is it so hard?
A place of doubt. Doubt. Yeah, doubt.
3 times.
What's that?
3 times doubt. Where's doubt coming from?
I guess, well, I don't guess. You've never done something before. It's hard to imagine yourself doing it, If you've not seen it done.
What haven't you seen done?
I guess right now, my big goal is to be seen, heard, and known by the whole world. What I haven't been seeing is I haven't been seeing any interaction with my live videos. So I'm doing live videos, but I'm doubting that they're even valid.
What happens to your energy when you start with doubt?
It lowers. You feel less enthusiastic. You feel more. It just becomes lower.
When are you most energized?
Before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have this thing that I'm able to do. So my dream world becomes my reality. I can actually astral plane while I'm sleeping. I'm aware that I'm dreaming, so I'm able to do anything I want in my sleep. That's actually kind of cool.
That's badass, man. Yeah, I've had a few. Those are fun. Tell me more about this.
Well, I'm able to basically, what happens is there's a marker when I'm sleeping that I'm in a place, and okay. I acknowledge that this is a dream, and I can now do whatever I want,
What do you dream about?
Mostly just, well, there's past events, past people, but a lot of the things that I do is I realize this isn't real. I might as well be where I want to be. I travel a lot. I travel and I search for things that I haven't seen yet.
What haven't you seen? This is fun.
It is, because if you haven't seen it, how can you have it in your memory, right? So everything basically becomes like somewhere there was an image that was created based on that movie or whatever. So I'm able to do some pretty cool stuff. It's funny because a lot of the times I find myself driving in a car, but before I know it, I'm outside of the car.
What's the difference between the dream and the real life driving in the car?
What's that?
What's the difference between dreaming driving in the car as opposed to being in real life and driving in the car?
Oh, the terrain is awkward. I'm always falling off of something. In my dreams, I'm driving, but the terrain becomes like a cliff and I fall over. And then I'm outside of the car. It's interesting for sure.
What's that feel like when you're falling?
Oh, I'm sorry, Monica, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, answer that question first. I have a couple of questions.
Okay. What does it feel like falling? It feels like I'm supposed to be going somewhere, but it gets halted.
I want to ask you, do you want to be known, seen, and heard, right? Is that what you share? Do you want to be known, seen, and heard?
Yes, ma'am.
That's right. I want to ask you. I want to see if you want to look and see, because that's your ultimate goal. But then when it doesn't happen, or when you have the perception that it's not happening, you're just I'm doing it's not working. Have you thought about, like, maybe sometime in the past, even your childhood, where you felt like you were not being seen, heard, or known?
Oh no, yeah, I've thought about this. Yeah, majority of my life I've been alone. So when I was an only child most of my life, and then I can even have images, vivid images where I spent most of my life alone. Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you felt you were not seen, known, or heard? I think I messed up the order, but
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, I was a child. So you have toys, but toys are supposed to be played with multiple people. So I used to have these sock and bop 'em robots. You kind of like old school. You hit the button and they boom, boom, right? But there was only me, so I had to play both parts. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think a big reason that I chose being heard, seen, and known by the world was because I acknowledged that being a personal trainer or being in business or being in anything is about awareness. You could have the greatest product to offer, but if no one sees you because you're on the bottom shelf, you can't help anybody with something no one knows about. Being seen, heard, and known is just the foundation for what I think, for what I know that I'm building.
What are you building?
So all the things that I'm working on point towards it's a spiritual health based future. Long story short, I want to create a better human experience for future generations.
That is a beautiful image, my friend. That doesn't excite you?
It does excite me, but I know it's going to happen. Sometimes I just wonder if I'll still be around for it to see, or if I'll be like Tesla, you know, the most famous dead guy.
The thing about energy, what's the thing about energy?
It's never created or destroyed. It's always in motion.
It's also always moving. It doesn't die.
Yeah, it's always in motion.
Your energy, whatever you send out, it's going to keep waving regardless of whether we're here or not. Well, that doesn't really matter in the end at that point because you're gone. So I don't think we're going to be thinking about that at that point.
Yeah, it won't matter. I just know that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Monica.
Yeah, please.
I think that's I mean, my purpose in life, of course, comes from a bunch of breakdowns in my family, and I know that for my family, I have created that future generation will not have depression or anxiety or addiction, and I work hard with my family, and I'm pretty almost sure that I may not see transformation, even though I live to one day see that. What I am out to create is a ripple effect of future generation. So I think what you're creating, James, is powerful, whether we see it or not. It's going to create a better future, whether we're here or not. It's gonna be fulfilling for generations to come. And it, like I said, it's a ripple effect. If we have all these bad things going on and all these things are interconnected as things that are viewed as bad, like depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, whatever, violence, all that, we can for sure create great energy to create positive things. It takes the same amount of work, I think, to create great things, and just be persistent and stay on it. And all of a sudden, one day you wake up and it's there, or maybe you don't see it, but still, it will be there.
Live as if.
Yep.
Well, I know that I take the most joy when I'm with people. Like I noticed that I can't explain it, but when I'm out and about in the world, people come up to me and they communicate with me and I help them. You know, no need to get into specifics, but there are people that are struggling, and I feel like the path that I'm taking is that of understanding, become more relatable to the general populace. You know, because not everybody takes the time to read Think and Grow Rich. Not everybody takes the time to learn how to meditate, exercise, take into consideration proper nutrition, stress management. So we're already in a toxic world, and they're just letting this stuff kind of weigh on them. But there is a way to shine the light through the clouds, and I think of myself sometimes as the light for somebody else.
You're a bright light, man.
Beautiful.
You're going to change a lot of lives in the most positive fashion. I see that.
Me too.
Thank you, brother. Sure. Well, you guys are both amazing people. And this is the best part of my life, is that you are who you associate with. You are the value of the people. And I associate with some pretty freaking awesome people, man. You know, so that's awesome. Because you guys are always, I don't care. You guys pick me up. After this call, I'm going to feel like $1 million, man. I might even go try flying off a. I'm probably going to love it.
You know, it's really, and it's really true what you say about, you know, you say you love being with people. and we can be at a point of our life sometimes in the past, not for me anymore, but where we were so stuck in ourselves of how to make ourselves happy that we were missing what was there, which was people. And I recently saw a video where I don't remember what university, but they did a study where they gave people money, and to one set of people they gave them money. They measured their happiness somehow. I'm sorry, I don't remember all the details. Maybe I'll post the link to this video. But they measured their happiness, and then they went and bought stuff for themselves, the first set of group, and they came back and they had a higher rate of happiness. But by the following morning, it was back to the other level. And the other people, they gave them money, but they told them they had to buy things for other people or donate it or somehow contribute to somebody else. And their happiness level went up, and it stayed pretty steady for the whole week. So definitely, I think as human beings, we are made to contribute and to impact others, not so much for self, but for other people. If that makes sense.
Guys, makes a great deal of sense. And one of the people that practices that is our friend Tisha. She gives away 10%.
Oh my gosh, yes.
She gives away 10% of her income every day. So whatever she makes for the day, she donates or gives away or helps somebody with 10% of it.
Way to be.
Yeah.
Man.
More of, you just got to give more of.
Yeah, I know. Never chase it, right? We get in abundance when we are. Yeah. It's funny. I see it work with my wife a lot. She's a very giving individual. She's always giving to somebody, which is cool, man. Because, like you said, Monica, she gets a lot of joy out of it, right? And you can just tell. And you know what? Great things happen for her. She's not expecting great things to happen for her, but somehow great things just happen for her. Where I'm a little more greedy. But, acknowledgement is the first key to it's the first route to recovery.
Yep. I've been practicing a lot of giving away my time because I'm so greedy with my time. Like somebody asked me to do something, I got no time. I got no time. I got so many things going on. And I've been practicing to really balance, and to really hear the communication behind what they're saying. If there's a need for me to contribute something, in whatever way possible, even having somebody else support them where I can't in a way that they're needing and in that time that they're requesting. And it is a blessing because I couldn't create for others if I didn't fulfill on my dreams. But man, doing that is really fulfilling on my dreams because I'm of service to others, no matter who it is. And everyone's part of a family. So if I'm of service to families and to people, then it's all around me, in my community, anywhere, in any shape or color.
That's beautiful. That would definitely bring a smile to anybody's face, Monica. I know you have a great deal of skills to share too. Sometimes it's funny because I think that the skills that we sometimes think are our greatest skills are like our learned skills, but I think we're all born with something special. And I definitely know you have a special spark inside of you. And I've never met you, but I know you're a nurturer. I know you have that. So you probably
we have to create a meetup. We have to create an actual meetup. We're in California. Come on, James.
No, I love that. We definitely will. We'll do it soon too because we'll get that boot camp going.
Yeah, and let's bring Tisha, everybody that's here close to us.
We'll invite everybody. We'll just they can make it when they make it. Everybody's welcome. Matt, you're welcome too, brother. I know you live in Oregon.
Yeah.
Take a red eye down. Take a red eye down, a red line, or whatever they call them.
Have a workout at the beach.
I'm telling you though, Monica's right onto something though, and that is we can always leave people an addition, no matter what. That is a beautiful service in itself. Whether it's a smile, a hello, whatever, you're not alone in this world. You know?
Yeah, Monica, you would definitely, if you ever had the opportunity, you would definitely like meeting Mark Santos. That's one of the pieces of advice he gives. Always leave an interaction with somebody with them feeling of abundance. You want them feeling like whatever happened, they came out of that situation with more than they entered it with. You know, more joy, more happiness, more anything. That's the key to developing relationships. Is like people will always show up when they feel like they're going to leave with more. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm part of a program, and I adopted a saying from them and made it my own. And it's like people that interact with me are going to realize that they are a possibility bigger than they can see themselves. That's how I will leave them. And I think it's very similar to what you just shared about Mark.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. You know, that's definitely, I mean, that's the right mindset, you know? And the best part about that mindset for you is you didn't have to learn it. It seems pretty natural for you. These are some things that I'm having to like reprogram myself into thinking and believing.
Oh, it's constant too, James. Like, give yourself grace. Like, we're always working on this.
Yeah, we're always growing. Well, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Out of that fight or flight, it's a sympathetic, right? Stress. But yeah, it just seems like it comes so naturally to certain people. Monica, definitely it comes naturally to you. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem like a very beautiful human being. It was a pleasure meeting you, Monica. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Same here.
Yeah.
I'm glad I joined.
Oh no, this was awesome, man. A bunch of people hopped on. So Matt, this is how it goes down. Every Wednesday, usually it's 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which we're on the same time zone, me and you, right? Because you're directly vertical over me.
Right. I'm on top.
Pacific Standard Time. We meet at 3 o'clock, and we usually have a topic. We have a topic. It's usually about life, you know. But also on Sundays too. I'm not sure if you guys ever want to hop on this one. This is pretty cool because it's at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I know we have families and stuff, so you can't make it. That's cool. I'm always here, 3 p.m.
Sundays is my definite family day where I don't schedule anything.
Oh, no, I recommend, yes, having a day for you. But we talk about laws, universal laws. So I'm creating an organization called Universal Light. I have the group. I'm actually trying to figure out a process of making a nonprofit out of it. And the goal is to help young women around the world. As I think if you improve the lives of young women, they improve the lives of their family. Like Monica, right? You help improve the mom, she nurtures everybody else. But last week was law of perpetual transmutation of energy. This Sunday will be law of cause and effect.
Beautiful to play with.
And you know what? There's 12 universal laws. We apply them to our lives, and we let the universe work in our favor, right? Because energy is coming to us and through us. We just need to point in the right direction now.
Yeah, that's with the universe, man.
I gotta go. It was so great to be with you. Thank you, James, for inviting me. I feel extremely blessed to have you. I loved everything, all the interactions, all the questions you asked. James was having me over here think about my life. And so it's a pleasure meeting you. And Nancy, even though I couldn't hear her, like just seeing her face she had light in her face. So it was amazing. And Kelly too. It's a blessing to be here. And God bless you guys. And may he give you all that you wish for and more.
Well, you guys take care, and I'll be seeing you all soon.